Oh my god, please. Okay, it's 7. Yikes. I got rejected. That is great. Hey guys, so if you couldn't tell from my thumbnail, I got rejected to my top choice, the University of Pennsylvania early decision. And the clip you just saw occurred yesterday, so I'm still trying to process everything, but since filming a YouTube video is a lot cheaper than therapy, here you go. Here are my unhinged thoughts on college rejection. So let's talk about the concept of a dream school. Now, I've always been a cynic towards this concept. I really don't believe that there's a perfect match for anybody, that concept can be really arbitrary and almost too romanticized. I initially intended to early decision Amherst College, which made a lot more logical sense to me in a multitude of ways. It had a better financial aid policy, better liberal arts curriculum, but I decided against that in early decision to Penn because I knew that I would always have that doubt and those what if questions if I got into Amherst and never tried my shot at Penn. I'm from the DC suburbs, so I often travel down to Philadelphia whenever I want to escape my surroundings, so going to Penn and seeing Penn has been a big part of my high school career. When I was checking my decision and I saw that I got rejected, it just didn't register for a second, as you guys probably saw. And I don't know, I know what rejection is like, but I think it was a little different with Penn just because I had toiled so much of my high school career and just working on apps in general into what I was submitting to the admissions officers. And unlike a failed test or an unrequited love, it's kind of difficult to pinpoint what went wrong or what was missing in your college application when it comes to elitist institutions like the Ivies. So because I didn't have any explanation, I rushed to putting myself down and even considering ED2 so I could hopefully get into a good school because I felt like my chances were almost over because of this one rejection, which is totally not the case. I have plenty of time to work on my regular decision apps. It was just a lot to process all within the time frame of an hour or two. I also had a couple of friends who did get into these Ivy League institutions early decision or early action, and it's done a lot to watch. I was kind of mindlessly scrolling Instagram after I got rejected to kind of fill up the time, but that didn't really help because I kept seeing acceptance after acceptance, and it definitely was just difficult. So if you got deferred or rejected like I did, I think you kind of relate to the feeling of seeing your friends get accepted and then they find out that you didn't, and we have this weird pity dynamic of, oh, you'll end up where you'll end up to be. It's okay, it's not over, there's a bigger plan. Yes, those statements are all pretty true, but it still doesn't help alleviate that sting of a rejection. And I think we should totally acknowledge that. Honestly, there can only be so many consolations that you hear until it doesn't mean anything at all. And I know that sounds super entitled and kind of bitchy, but it is what it is. And I think the one thing that I've taken throughout the years, throughout my many bouts of rejection, is that yes, it will be better, and yes, it wasn't compatible for a reason. But that doesn't make it better in the present. And it's important to feel kind of bad in the moment and really process those negative emotions. I think that has really helped me in my aftermath of processing this rejection, just acknowledging that it went wrong and allowing myself to kind of wallow in my own pity. And of course, you shouldn't wallow in a depressive bout forever. There is a point in which you need to move on, and for me, that's probably when I need to start working on my regular decision apps again. But I really took today to relax, catch up on sleep, cook, and talk to my friends, really disconnect from this college admissions process. It can be a lot to handle, at least for me, so it's important to be kind to yourself and try not to get too caught up in your thoughts. It would really suck if you got rejected early decision and had that looming over your head affecting your regular decision apps, ultimately creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. So that's the mentality I'm going to take. I'm going to take the rest of the week off and then start again next week working on my regular decision apps, hopefully ending up somewhere nice. But I have a good safety as well, so I'm chilling. Things are still fine. I still have a roof over my head in the midst of a pandemic. My grades aren't too bad. and I have some lovely friends who are going to help me get through this very troubling time. And yeah, you know, rejection sucks. Rejection is very weird. Don't let it define you as a person. I know that's super cliche, but feel free to process it as you must. Watch a movie, clean your room, and then you just gotta get back to working. I think it's a little weird to have all my fantasies about living in downtown Philadelphia just kind of dissipate in the matter of seconds, but I'm sure I'm gonna be able to recreate that experience in other cities, in other colleges, other places with other people, and I'll totally be fine. You know, I've moved around a lot my entire life, and I have still been able to make friends no matter which part of the globe it is in. So I don't think this is the end for me, and I'm not gonna let it prevent me from achieving success elsewhere. I'm not gonna be blindly optimistic, but I'm not gonna be totally bitter either. I'm just gonna be normal and power through the next coming weeks. But anyway, I've rambled on for a bit. I just wanted to hop on here and say that rejection is totally normal. I know it can be anxiety inducing to see literally every person on your Instagram feed get into like a top 20 school, but hey, I didn't. Or yet. I didn't get into a top 20 school yet, but it's totally fine, and I think it should be normalized, and I wanted to be totally transparent with you guys that I failed too, and I'm gonna have a weird Christmas break when all of my relatives ask me if I got into college, and I'm gonna have to say no. But I will eventually, and I have no doubt about that. I'm gonna keep moving forward, like Kid Cudi says. Anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic day or week or Christmas break whenever you're watching this, and power through college apps, or if you've got accepted early, congratulations. Let me know down in the comment section below where you are with your college apps, and I'll see you in the next video.